Hey guys, this is Rahul and today this is my tutorial on how to solve the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So first of all, this is the most basic cube of all because all the other cubes are based on this. So I'm going to be first introducing to you the elements and the other stuff present in this. So first of all, it's a three-dimensional shape, so it has 6 faces. And then the second thing, it has 6 fixed centers on each face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have 12 edge pieces, like we have 12 edges in a normal cube. 12 edge pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? And then we have then all the cubes from 2x2 to 13x13, which is the max, have 8 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I'm going to be introducing you to the moves, because I'm going to be using kind of short forms. So this is the upper layer, which I'll be quoting U. And this is UI, which is U anti-clockwise. This is R clockwise, and this is R anti-clockwise, which is R and RI. This is L, LI. This is D, DI. This is B and BI. Yeah. And this is F, FI. This is M, and there's not actually inverse move for M. So now, as we're familiar with the moves, let's move on to solving it. And now I'm going to be just jumbling the cube. Okay, so that looks a pretty sufficient scramble for beginners. So the first step to solving this cube is to solve the white cross. So what do you need to do in the white cross? Looks something like this, but for all the sides except yellow. So we need to find edge pieces with white on them, and we have to match it up with we have to match the edge piece with white and the other color with its respective center. So in this case we have the blue already placed, so we'll move on to the next one. Here we have red and white, but this is in the middle layer, so and we need it to be in the bottom layer. So what we do is we just turn the front face down. Now as you can see, it's red, so we're going to match this red up, the red center. Or you can just say we're going to place it right below where it has to go. So it has to go here, so we're going to have to put it here. So we just turn the down layer once. That's DI. Now it's placed up perfectly, so we turn the front face twice to put it up where it has to go. So we have 2 now. The next one is the orange. So again, it's in the middle layer, so we turn the front face down to get it back into the bottom layer. So now we match the orange with the orange, and it's right below where it has to go. So oops, the blue is down, so we bring it back up. So now we have the orange in position, so we flip that up. We have the green in the same case, but I want to show another case to you. So now this you can see as the green and white are here, so and it needs to go here, so we're going to put it right below where it has to go. It has to go here, so we put it in the bottom layer. Now in this case the white is facing you, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to the left. We're going to bring the middle layer down. We're going to match this up with the center, and we're going to bring it back up. So now we see that we have completed the white cross. The next step is to place the corners where it is, which will help in solving the first layer. So now we see that we have again one piece which is placed. So that's white, red and blue is placed. So let's look for another corner. Here we have white, orange and blue. So now we, again, as the edge pieces, we put it right below where it has to go. It has to go here, and it's over here, so we just turn the bottom layer twice, right? So now since it is on the right side, we're gonna turn the bottom layer to the left. We're gonna bring the right face down. We're gonna match this up with this and then bring it back up. That's simple. Now we move on to the next corner, which is here, the orange, white and green. So it has to go here, so we put it right below where it has to go. So now we see that in this case the white is on the right side. So if the white is on the right side, what you do is you turn the right face down so that this is now facing us. So now you can match it up with this edge piece and then put it back where it was. There you go. The last is here, which is the white, red and green. So it's right below where it has to go, but in this case again we have a different case where white is at the bottom. When the white is at the bottom, it's usually on the right side. So what we do, we're gonna turn the right face down, turn the bottom layer twice, so the white is facing us now, and then we bring it back up. Now this has to go here, so we keep it here. Again, the white is on the right. You can do the method which I told you, but I can show you one more method. Since the white is on the right side, if you turn the cube at 90 degrees, you will have the white facing you on the left corner. So now it's on the left, so we bring it down to the right. We bring the left layer down. We match this up with this edge piece and then bring it back up. So now we have solved the first layer of this 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Now to solve the second layer, which is inserting these edge pieces in their rightful positions, we're going to flip the cube over so that the yellow is on top. Now since the yellow is on top, we're going to search for non-yellow edge pieces in the top layer. Now we can see that we have the orange and green right here. So and green, in this case green is facing us. So we're going to match the green up with the green center, which is here, there. Now since orange is on top, we have to see on which side of green orange lies. It's to the left? No, it's to the right. So we're going to be using an algorithm called the right edge algorithm, sorry. So it goes like this: U, R, U, R, I, UI, FI, UI, F. So that inserted this piece there. Search for another. We have the blue. I'm going to search for a different case. But okay, so we take a blue and red piece, right? So we have blue facing us, so we match it up with the blue center. There it is. Now we see on which side red lies to it. It's on the right. So we use the right edge algorithm again. U, R, U, R, I, UI, FI, UI, F. Right, so I got there. Now we have the blue and orange piece here. So again, blue is facing us, so we match it up with the blue center. Now in this case, orange lies to the left of blue. So in this case, we're going to be using the left edge algorithm, which is UI, LI, UI, L, U, F, U, F. So there you go. Now I hope you have a pen and paper to note down these algorithms, and so that you can learn them later. So now we have the last edge piece, which is the green and red, and it's all you have the green facing us, and it's already matched up. So now what we do is, it's to the left, so we do the left edge algorithm. UI, LI, UI, L, U, F, U, FI. So now you can see that we have completed the last two layers. the first two layers, sorry. Now what is left is the last layer. So I'm pretty used to doing my advanced method, but since this is the beginner's method video, I'm going to be using the beginner's method. So once you get a hang of solving this cube and the last layer, because that involves the most algorithms, you can then refer to the video of my advanced tutorial of my last layer, which I'll be uploading soon on my channel. So now in the last layer we're going to have 3 steps. The yellow cross, like we solved the white cross. Then we're going to solve the yellow face, this whole thing. And then the last step is we're going to orient the edges and the corners, that means to place them where they go, and then solve the whole cube, and hence solve the whole cube. So now while solving the yellow cross, we can have 3 cases. One, which is only the center, which I have in this case. The second, you can have a backwards L. The third, you can have a line, a horizontal line. So now since in this case I have a only the center, I'm gonna keep that on the top and do this algorithm: F R U R I U I F I. So that brought us the backwards L. So now we want this backwards L to be placed here, so that it's the mirror image of an L. This is the L, so this is the mirror image. The mirror is placed here. So now when we have this like that, we're gonna again keep it on the top and do the same algorithm: F R U R I U I F I. Right, so now we got the line. Okay, now when we get the line, we keep it horizontally, not vertically, horizontally. Keep it on the top and do the same algorithm to get the yellow cross: F R U R I U I F I. So now that gave us the yellow cross. So the next step, solving the yellow face, we have quite a few cases. One, in this only the yellow cross is solved. Second, where we have a yellow cross in one corner solved, which I have in this case. 3, where we have 2 adjacent corners solved, and the other 2 corners have yellow facing away from each other. The fourth case, we have again 2 adjacent corners solved, but both the yellows are on the same face and facing you. The fifth case is that 2 opposite corners are solved, and one unsolved corner has yellow in the top left facing you and one on the top right facing you. So now since in this case we have the cross and one corner solved, we're going to keep that corner in the bottom left, right? So now we do an algorithm called the soon algorithm, which goes like this: R U R prime U R U2 R prime. Oh, the pieces twist. So there you go, is that. So I'm going to show you the other few cases which you can get. So this is the second case in which 2 adjacent corners are solved, and the yellow on each of the unsolved corners are facing away from each other. When they're facing away from each other, you're going to take the corner which has yellow in the top left facing you and do that algorithm: R U R prime U R U2 R prime. So you get the common case, which is cross with one corner. We keep the corner in the bottom left, which is that algorithm again: R U R prime U R U2 R prime. And just for your information, R prime is the same thing as RI, which is R anti-clockwise, or any level. So now we get the cross with the corner again, so we keep it in the bottom left and do that algorithm one more time: R U R prime U R U2 RI. And we get the yellow face. Now I'm going to show you one more. Now this is the, after this one more. So now this is the next case where we have 2 adjacent corners solved again, but in this case the yellow are on unsolved corners yellow are on the same face and facing you. So now what you do is you keep those two corners facing you in the front. Do that algorithm again. R, U, R, I, U, R, U2, R, I. So there is it. Now you get the corner again, so you keep it in the bottom left. You do that algorithm again. R, U, R, I, U, R, U2, R, I. Get it again. Bottom left. R, U, R, I, U, R, U2, R, I. So there we have the yellow face solved. Now the last case I'm going to be showing you. And this is the last case where we have two opposite corners, and on one of the unsolved corners we have we have the yellow on the top right facing you, and on one we have the yellow on the top left facing you. So now what we do is we're going to keep the yellow in the top left facing you, and then we are going to do that algorithm. R, U, R, I, U, R, U2, R, I. So we get that cross again, and it's already in the bottom left, so we do it. R, U, R, I, U, R, U2, R, I. And we get it again, so last time. R, U, R, I, U, R, U2, R, I. So there you get the yellow face. So that's pretty much all the cases you will encounter while solving the yellow face. So you just need to do the algorithm, but you need to do it in different ways. So now after you've solved the yellow face, what we have to do is we're gonna have to orient the edges and the corners. Now while doing that, you're gonna have three cases. One where you'll have two corners like this solved on one face, but the edge will be of a different color. Second case, which I have that all three are of the same color. And the third case will be that none of the the corners are not matched up. It'll be like this or like this on all of the faces, or it'll be mixed up. So now in this case I have a solved face, so I'm going to match that up with its respective face. It's green, so I'm going to match it up with green. And when I have this, I'm going to keep the green at the back. Okay, and once I've kept it at the back, we're going to do this algorithm. It goes like this: RI, F, RI, B2, R, FI, RI, B2, R2, UI. So now we get all the headlights. When you the other case where you get a case like this only on one face. So you get a case like you match the corners up, you keep it at the back, you do the same algorithm, and you get a case something like this. You might not get a side solved, but you'll have all these headlights solved. That's what we call it. If you don't have any headlights after you solve the yellow face, you take any random face and keep it at the back and do this algorithm to obtain one pair of headlights. You match the headlights, the corner color of the headlights, not the edge, corner color of the headlights, keep it at the back, do it, and you will obtain all the headlights. So after you get all the headlights, you can have four cases. One where you'll have one side solved and the edge pieces need to be switched clockwise, which I have in this case. It means red needs to go here, orange needs to come here, and green needs to come here. So that's clockwise. Second, where you'll have again one side solved, but the edge pieces need to be switched clockwise. Anti-clockwise, sorry. The third case, we will have none of the faces solved, and you need to switch the adjacent edges, right? So suppose this side was not solved, this would come here, this would go there, this would come here, and this would go there, like that. And the fourth case, when none of the faces are solved again, but you have to switch the opposite edges, like this will go here and this will come here, right? So now in this case, I have to switch, I have a solved face, so I'm going to keep it at the back, and I have to switch it clockwise. So we're gonna do this algorithm. F2, U L R I F2 L I R U F2. Now you have successfully solved the Rubik's Cube. I'm going to show you the other cases as well. This is the other case. Oops, sorry. This is the other case where one side is solved, but you need to switch the edges anti-clockwise. Right? So in this case, the algorithm is same, but instead of U, we do UI. So we keep the solved side at the back, and we do F2 UI L RI F2 LI R UI F2. Successfully solved the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. I'm going to show you the next case now. This is the case which I was talking about, in which none of the faces are solved, but you need to switch the adjacent edges. So when you have that, you're gonna keep the pair of edges which needs to be switched front to left and left to front, not front to right and right to front. I have like it'll help you in finger tricks, so it's beneficial for you. So now when you have it like this, we're gonna do this algorithm, which involves the M move I told you in the beginning. So M2 UI M2 UI M UI2 M2 UI2 M UI2. So that's, you have solved the cube. And the last case is this, where none of the faces are solved again, but in this case the opposite edges need to be switched. So when you have this, you take any random face and do this algorithm. M2 UI M2 UI2 M2 UI M2. So that's all the cases which are there while solving the last layer. I hope this video was helpful and that you caught up with most of it. You might have to watch the video a few times, like two or three times, to get familiar. Happened to me as well. But if you got it, well and good. And once you get hold of solving the cube, like with the beginner's method, you can refer to my the video on my channel of the advanced layer of the last layer, which I'll be posting in the posting soon. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna be posting the videos of my other cubes, and when I do, I'll be referring to them in my other videos. So this is your first stepping stone into the cubing world, so enjoy and keep cubing.